It already has. What is verdigris? Verdigris is the green patina that builds up on your copper coins. So basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of show you, because it starts off as like a protective coat, but in long term it's actually damaging your coin. So I'm going to kind of show you how to protect the old coins that you find. Okay guys, we're going to start off with this large cent. As you can tell, the verdigris is all over it. That's all the green patina that's on it. And this one's, pretty much at its extreme. So what it's doing, it's basically it's a protective coating. So why it's on there, you can't really tell as much. Other than, the coin's not as visible because it's in really bad condition. This is like to the extreme. So I'll show you, these here are wheat cents. And you can see the verdigris is on it. But it's not as bad, because it's actually formed a coating on it, and you can see a lot of the detail in the coin. And a lot of these coppers are different. So basically, the coins from 1859 to 1864 were actually 88% copper with 12% nickel. So these coins, when you find them, they'll be in worse condition. It depends on the climate, like if you found it beside a lake, it would definitely be pretty bad. So this is kind of an example here. So this is a flying eagle cent. And as you can see, this one hasn't even been cleaned. It's really not that bad. It doesn't look too bad. It has a little bit of patina on, but the reason it's not as green is because of the nickel that's in the coin. So basically, what I did is I took a lot of these coins and I cleaned them in a tumbler. Well, that's how I kind of found out how bad the verdigris was eating up the coins. Because actually when you take the green patina off, that coating's gone. Then you can actually see how it's eaten away. So this coin here was cleaned in the tumbler with a little bit of soap. And I mean, the coin itself looks really good, but all the detail's gone. So you can't even see the date. I mean, this one here is actually an 1857. So, when you're metal detecting, you find these coins. Well, what we want to do as detectorists is we want to see the detail. We want to know, we want to be able to identify the coins. So I would say, if to the extreme, you have no choice but to clean them that way. And basically what I do is I put them in a rock tumbler with these plastic pellets and tumble it with a little bit of soap in it, like dish soap Dawn or something. And the other way you can clean them is you can put them in olive oil and soak them for like a week, but it won't take off that green patina. So it'll leave the detail of the coin. Well, I'm going to kind of show you how to go about doing that and everything. I'm going to show you everything about it. So these flying eagle cents. So as you can tell, I kind of basically made it worse by cleaning it. I should have left it alone. So this here is a fatty Indian, and it's the same way. It has nickel in it. So this coin hasn't been cleaned. Well, it looks pretty good, huh? Because of the nickel that's in it. Plus, the place that I found these coins, not all of them, but some of these coins where I found them, it wasn't real close to water. It still gets moisture, and they've been in the ground for 100-something years. So all three of these coins were found at the same place, but they're different. They're different buildups, different materials in the coin. So you can see how this one, I mean, it's more like on the probably like dirty side or something, but these haven't been cleaned yet. Then this one here, you can see the green patina in it. And that coin there is an 1868 is what that one is. So the other one's actually a 66. And you can see, I mean, why is one look so much better than the other one? But it just depends on the water, the moisture that's in the ground around these coins. They've all been in the ground the same time. I'm pretty sure they've all been dropped about the same time. And this one here, this one is a coin I've had for a while, but I cleaned it a long time ago. And look how nice it looks. I mean, it almost looks like it was found in a drawer, but it wasn't. And this was actually put in a tumbler too. It's just it didn't have as much of the verdigris on it. So it wasn't covered in the patina. So it was actually, when I found this coin, it probably looked pretty good, you know what I mean? So then I cleaned it, and this is the coin I got out of it. And it's a nice looking coin. So most of the cleaning part of your finds depends on what you want. You know, how do you want to clean them? You want them to clean without the patina, but actually, like I told you, the patina is actually eating your coins away. So that's what I'm going to show you now. So these coins here were actually put in the rock tumbler, and the green patina was cleaned off of them. So as you can see how it's ate up? It looks like it's been chewed up, like banged up with rocks. Well, what that is the green patina was eating away at the coin, and when I cleaned it off, it shows where it's been pitted out by the verdigris. So the verdigris is literally eating that coin away. So like if you have like pipes, like if you own an old home, you know, most of the old houses had copper piping and for plumbing. Well, you'll get leaks. Well, the reason you're getting leaks is because that plumbing, that pipe is thinner than a coin, and it has been ate away by that verdigris. And verdigris is more or less corrosion, so it's actually bad. But it does, at first, it starts off like a protective coat, just like the Statue of Liberty. So the Statue of Liberty is copper, and there's plates, and as you can see, it's green. And they actually went in and they were going to clean the Statue of Liberty. They used to clean it, but they found out that it caused more damage than it did good. And I'll explain that too, because you have to think cleaning it and protecting it is two different things. So if you clean something, like you can take a coin and take some vinegar and a little bit of water, not like a real old coin, but you know, maybe a coin like these Wheaties here that have the green patina on them. You could drop that in vinegar and salt, and it'll almost instantly clean that patina off of it. But after you clean the patina off, you have to protect it. So with the Statue of Liberty, they can clean it, but to protect it, they couldn't afford to protect it. And I'll show you why too, because there's only like one thing. I'm sure there's other applicants, but there's one thing that you can use to protect your coins, and it's so expensive that there's no way you could do the whole Statue of Liberty. I mean, taxpayers couldn't afford to pay for it. So this coin here was cleaned, and you can see how it's been ate up. So the verdigris is literally eating that coin away. Then here's another one. And you can see how it looks like it's pitted out? I mean, I do have a magnifying glass. I thought about doing that, but I haven't really used it before. I figured it'd be maybe in a future video, I'll kind of show you more detail. I wanted to use that like to identify a coin, more or less. And it's all different because, you know, coins, it depends on where it's at. So, I mean, if someone found a coin that looked like this and they said they found it in the ground, there's no way, you know. And this one here is actually a 1864. So this coin here was like at the end. So this one here probably doesn't have the nickel in it. So this was probably the end of the 88% copper and the 12% nickel. So this coin here is actually made out of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. And that's why it looks this way. So it's actually in pretty good condition for something that's been in the ground that long, you know what I mean? And here's another one. So what I was getting at about the cleaning part, so you know, these coins are yours. You found them, you can clean them however you want. You know, if you found a 1877 key date Indian head, that coin, if you dug it out of the ground, I mean, someone might pay you some money for it. I don't even know if I would even consider it in good condition. And most of the ones I've seen, you can hardly tell what they are. And a coin like that, the way I'm going to show you how to clean today, I think that's the way I would clean it. If you guys don't feel comfortable doing that, the only other way I would suggest is put it in olive oil for a week and then just wipe it off. You know, let it soak for about a week. I mean, I wouldn't even brush it. I would just wipe it off, because if you brush it, you're liable to flake some of that patina off of it, and you'll lose the detail. I bet you some of these coins, you would probably lose almost all the detail. So here's another one here. I think this one here, look how rough it is. But this is not this coin was dropped, and it was probably in pretty decent shape when it was dropped, but this is what the Verdigris has done to this coin. It's literally eating it away. So I don't know. I was reading a thing about the Statue of Liberty. It took the Statue of Liberty 20 years to turn green, and they haven't cleaned it for a long time. So I'd say in time, but you got to think it's thicker copper. And the way I understand the Statue of Liberty is made out of plate, so they can literally go up and take a plate off and replace it, is what they do. And then they might, add the verdigris artificially, so it don't look stupid, where you got something that's real copper and the rest of it ain't. But I'm not for sure about that, so don't quote me on that. So this is where I wanted to show you the biggest part, is this here. These are 2 cent. So these are 2 cent pieces. So this one here is the one I ran through the rock tumbler. As you can see, I mean, it looks all right. I mean, if you have nothing to compare it to. If you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a nice looking coin. But look at the detail and the date. You can hardly tell what year it is now. And this one here I just found. It hasn't been touched. I haven't touched this one. It came out of the ground just like this. So look at all the detail in that coin. So this is the coin I'm going to clean. I'm going to kind of show you how to go about cleaning it and protecting it. And all the details in the coin. See how much detail you have, the date, everything. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to clean this coin, and I'm going to show you how to preserve it and what to use to preserve it. The stuff that I'm going to be using is very expensive. I mean, you guys can research it. There might be something out there, but as far as the best stuff to use, this is it. This is actually like museums use this stuff. So I'll get back to you. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean this. Well, the best way to clean it is with a toothpick. But I prefer to use like shish kebab sticks. I mean, you can get these like at the dollar store for like $1 for a whole bag of them. Then I just cut them down so I can work with it. Then I have a brush here, and I'll use it to brush it off. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and start picking out all the dirt. They also have these fiberglass sticks. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. They have these fiberglass sticks like this, but it's the same way. You don't really want to use these because what will happen is that'll take that verdigris off. Then like I told you, and they have these little kits that you can buy too, like this. So I wouldn't recommend using these on this the way that I'm cleaning it. I think this is the best way to clean it, to preserve it, so you can, look at it, because it's basically for you. You're preserving it for yourself is what you're doing. So I wouldn't use the fiberglass sticks because I'm positive, because I've done it before, it'll actually take that green patina off. And you want to keep the patina on there is what you want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick it with this shish kebab stick, and we're going to get all the dirt out of it. And you can see, then I'll just brush it off. You can see how it's coming off. And we'll go through and we'll clean this up with this stick. And this is not, I've actually done this in the field with a stick. Just took a little, snapped a branch off and used it to clean it up so I could show it in a video. But it will take a little while to go through and clean this. And this side here is worse, so there's going to be more to clean on this one. So I'll get right back to you. Okay, guys, so basically I have it cleaned up. I think it looks pretty good. And another thing you could use, don't use water, but if you wanted to, spray it with alcohol, then just dry it off real quick, and that'll kind of wipe off some of the other dirt too. But you can tell I did a pretty good job. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to do it, but it takes a little while. It's a little bit of work. That's why it's hard to do this for every coin you find. Usually that's why the rock tumbler is the quickest and the fastest way of doing it. But like I told you, for these coins like that Flying Eagle set, I lost the date after I cleaned it. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to preserve it. And this brush here is not like a toothbrush. This is like a feather brush. So a toothbrush, maybe like a soft bristle would be okay to clean it with. But I would use the softest brush you can find, like a soft toothbrush. I mean, or get one of these. I think this thing here is for like cleaning coffee grinders or something. I wouldn't swear on it, but I think that's what this is. And it works pretty good. I mean, it's not, to like scrub something, it's just to dust it off, you know what I mean? So basically how we're going to protect it is with Renaissance wax. So this wax is actually formulated the people, they use this in museums, but it's extremely expensive. So this here is 200 milliliters, and this one here cost me $39.99. And I got a pretty good deal on this. If you buy this off Amazon, you're more than likely going to spend about 60 bucks. But you can get the smaller one, because I mean, this would probably last you the rest of your life. I mean, because you're just going to use a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. And it smells like wax, basically, like turtle wax or something, but it's not turtle wax. I think it does something with the pH levels or something, but this basically what this is going to do is going to protect this coin. And it's a polish too. And you're just going to take a dry cloth with a little bit like I just did and buff it on here. And it usually dries pretty fast, like almost instantly. And like I told you before, you can find other things that are similar to the Renaissance wax, but I would just suggest buy the smaller one. You can probably get it for 20 bucks because it'll last you forever. So you ain't ever gonna have to buy it again. Then just clean both sides of the coin. Then like I said, it still has a little bit of a smell to it. I think the smell will go away in time. But I'd let it set out. I wouldn't put it like in a capsule or anything. I'd let it dry. Just let it sit around for about a week. Then put it in a capsule, however you want to put it. However you guys display your coins. But I can see the difference just when I hit it. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, if I had a better camera to get more fine detailed into it, but you guys, more or less, you guys don't have to take my word. It looks pretty good. I'll do the best. I'll get a shot of it, a close up, to show you how good it looks. And basically, I'm just buffing it now. And there you go. I mean, it looks really good. Hopefully, you guys can see it. And then I'm going to take a picture of it and compare it with this one here. So basically, the other one, I don't think I ruined it, but I should have did it this way, is the way I should have did it. The other one that I found, I've only found 3 of these 2 cents. The other one I found, I just couldn't find it because I've found so many coins I found a ton of thousands of coins. So I was trying to find the first one I ever found. I couldn't find it. I know I have it like in a plastic bag, and I more or less, I don't even think I did anything to it. I think I just picked the dirt off of it, then I just put it in a little plastic bag is what I did. But you can see the difference. See how bad this one looks now? I mean, this one would look good if you didn't have anything to compare it to. But after I seen it, I was like, I should have done that. But like I told you, when you do that, some of these other coins would turn out good. You got to make the call yourself. The coins are yours. You find them. You can do whatever you want with them. But, I mean, this looks pretty good too, And this was actually put in a tumbler with plastic pellets and some soap. And I cleaned it up. But the thing about this Renaissance wax is it ain't going to do anything else. So not only you put it like a polish on this, it stands out like immensely. I mean, you can see the detail like big time. Plus, the other thing is this going to protect it forever. So I could just leave this laying around. I could just set it out and it'd be all right. But like I was telling you before, if they cleaned the Statue of Liberty, then they went back and polished it up with Renaissance wax. And as far as I know, this is the only stuff that works like this. I mean, there might be some other imitations, but this is the stuff right here. So you can imagine if this thing cost 40 bucks, how much it would cost to polish the Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? But it would protect, and it's not even confirmed that it would, because it's out in the weather like that. I mean, who knows how long it would even last? I mean, how often would they have to do it? But they definitely found out. They cleaned it. I don't know if they polished it or not. I don't know all the details about it. But they found out that it was better not to do it, that it caused more damage than it did good by trying to clean it. And I don't know what they cleaned it with. I mean, I'm sure they didn't just use vinegar and salt, but so I'll put a link to this, a link to the Amazon. But like I said, if you buy one, I would just buy the small one. I had to buy this locally. There was only one store I could find here in Columbus that even sold it, and this was the last one they had sold. And the person I talked there was at a woodworking. They use it for wood because they also put this like on documents, you know, like the Bill of Rights. They can put this on there and it keeps the pH down so the acid in your fingers ain't gonna ruin the paper. But they use it in wood. I'm not for sure what kind of applicants they do it, but that's where I bought it at, was a wood shop. And this was the only one they had left. And that's what they told me, that's why this one was a little bit bigger, because they're using it on woods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.